Good afternoon from EPCOT. We're here today for more International Food and Wine Festival. Today we're gonna be trying a few more new things, but our main goal is to try to complete Emil's Fromage Montage. So we're gonna go through, we're gonna be trying 5 cheesy items from a bunch of different marketplaces all around World Showcase. I'm excited. I'm excited to eat some cheese. I'm excited to try the griddled cheese. I think that's what I'm most excited for, and I'll show you that when we get there. But yeah, let's do it. Let's complete this mission. First thing that we needed to do is pick up a brand new festival passport because we are starting fresh today, and turn to the last page, and that's where we can see everything that we can get to complete Emil's Fromage Montage. So the idea is you purchase any 5 of these items, and then once you have gotten 5 stamps, you can get a completer stamp over at Shimmering Sips, and you will receive a free completer item. In this case, I believe it is a cheesecake, but we'll find out when we get a little bit closer. So I'm excited to get the Brazilian cheese bread, the griddled cheese, maybe some raclette. Ooh, smoked corned beef, that's always delicious. Crispy barbecue pork rinds, literally everything on this is delicious. Some of the things are not quite available yet, like mac and cheese is not available from Mac and Eats because the Mac and Eats booth is not open yet. So the mac and cheese booth does not open until August 15th. So we can always come back and try that one at a later date. And of course, I will be completing my EPCOT segment of my Fab 50 scavenger hunt. My magic band is set so sensitively that all I have to do is walk up to these and it's like, oh, you're moving your arm. And of course, there are not very many statues here, so it should be pretty easy to complete. All right, all of the rest of the golden statues are kind of right here in one place, so I was able to get them all very quickly and very easily. So now I've completed all except for just 2 at Magic Kingdom. Real close. Now, on to Emil's Fromage Montage. We're gonna head this way just to go to this very first saucy, swanky saucy swine booth. That'll be our first booth. Then we're gonna turn and head the other direction because there's more booths. I don't know, there's more stuff that I wanna eat behind me rather than in front of me. So over here by the swanky saucy swine, there is a poster that explains Emil's Fromage Montage a little bit more in depth. So, join Remy's brother Emil on a stroll around EPCOT to sample a variety of delicious cheeses served in inventive ways. Purchase any 5 items below and collect a corresponding stamp in your festival passport for each one. After you sampled 5 fabulous fromages, bring your stamped festival passport to Shimmering Sips for a complimentary specialty treat unique to EPCOT's International Food and Wine Festival. So, you can see here are all of the items that are available. And you can get these in any combination, so long as you get 5 of them, then you can get the completer treat. So today, I think I'm gonna get griddled cheese, the pork rinds, I'm gonna get some raclette, I'm gonna get this cheese bread, and then I need probably this guy right here from Flavors of Fire. Nice. So the pork rinds are right here at the Saucy Swanky Swine. So we're gonna get some, the Swanky Saucy Swine. There is a very important notice down here at the bottom. Feel free to try 5 different items or return to the same location to revisit a favorite. Complete Emil's Fromage Montage at your own pace one day or over several days during this year's EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival. I think that little note is probably the most confusing thing about Emil's Fromage Montage is that you can do any combination over any period of time, and you can do it multiple times. Like I could fill out my 5 stamps in my passport and then come back and do it again, 5 more stamps, or I could fill out 3 of them and then come back a different day and do 2, or just fill out 1 a day, things like that. So it's an interesting little thing that they've added. It's like an interesting little extra to the food festivals here. This one is particular to Food and Wine Festival, but there are different versions of it. Like they have the cookie stroll during Festival of the Holidays, where you go around and try different cookies. I think I'm ready to eat something. It's getting hot too, I need to get some water. So we're heading over to the Swanky Saucy Swine. All right, so for $4.75, we have our first cheese item. And this is the crispy barbecue pork rinds with pimento cheese. Not much else as far as the description goes that Disney gives, but this is it. I know this is gonna be good because I've had it in years past. Adam just had it recently in the video where we were here together and he said it was delicious. So I'm excited to eat it. There's nothing on Emil's Fromage Montage that I'm not excited to eat because I love me some cheese. All right, let's try our crispy pork rind and pimento cheese. Can you guys hear that with this microphone? You hear how crispy it is? Yes. That's good. Oh, it's got a little tiny bit of spice in the barbecue, like seasoning, but the coolness of the pimento brings that back down. Some like red onions in the pimento. There's green onions. It's really good. I'm gonna try to pick out what else is in the pimento cheese here. There's some sort of like crispiness on the top. I don't know what that is. Let's see, I definitely see green onions and red onions, and then cheese. That is so good. That pimento cheese, top notch. Check out how crispy these are too. Look at this. Ooh. Now I've got barbecue all over the microphone. I still think that probably the best way of hearing how crispy it is with the microphone that I have on my shirt. Listen to this. You know how pork rinds can sometimes be tough and kind of like have like non-crispy sections? These are super light, super crispy, very flavorful. These are delicious, and I am in love. So the swanky saucy swine was down that way, and you can see, well, you can't see. So Spaceship Earth is kind of back there. The main entrance to World Showcase is right here, and this right here is Shimmering Sips. That's where you would come to get your completer treat. So we will be back here at the end of our trip around the World Showcase. So I did want to mention that I had said that it was red onions in there. It wasn't red onions, it was green and red peppers that were in the pimento cheese. So just to give you guys a little bit of wayfinding of the direction that we're headed towards the Canada Pavilion right now. We're headed this way around World Showcase. This is going to be counterclockwise. So all of the items are listed in the passport, but if you are just kind of strolling around looking for anything that's in Emil's Fromage Montage, look for this little cheese icon on the menu board. This is the Canadian cheddar and bacon soup served with a pretzel roll. I'm not gonna get that. I've never had any luck with the Canada Pavilion or the Canada booth. A lot of people really love the filet. I have never had a good filet at Food and Wine Festival from this booth. So I skip it all the time. One time I will be here and I will try it again because you never know. It might be better, but usually they're a little bit overcooked for me. I did also want to point out that back here in the Canada Pavilion, there is a Food and Wine Festival booth called the Appleseed Orchard. And they've got a menu over here. Basically, it's a lot of drinks and then an apple crumble tart. Maybe we'll stop by here at the end of our Fromage Montage and get the apple crumble tart as like a little dessert, end of the day dessert. Even though the completer treat is a dessert, maybe we'll have two desserts. Another thing I wanted to mention about the menus as we pass by the Ireland booth, all of the food items, or a lot of the food items, still have the Disney Dining Plan emblem next to them, even though there is no Disney Dining Plan currently offered. We think that that's just so that if they do happen to bring it back, they don't have to reprint the menus. So rather than take it off and then have to worry about putting it back on and changing the menus, they just put it on everything. Kind of sort of one of my favorite things about Emil's Fromage Montage. Fromage means cheese in French, so you would imagine there'd be a cheese item here at the France Pavilion. There is not. Look, a beignet of 3 cheeses, 3 cheese beignet. It's not one of the cheese items. I feel like it should be a cheese item, right? Also, Emil is from Ratatouille. He's Remy's brother in Ratatouille. Ratatouille, a movie that takes place in France. I feel like there should be a cheese item here in France, right? Something on Emil's Fromage Montage should be in France. On to our next item on the Fromage Montage, the cheese bread. You can see it's got the cheese emblem next to it. Also, this black beans with crispy pork belly was so good. I'm not gonna get it this time, but I do recommend you give it a try. All right, there it is for $4.75. I got my Brazilian cheese bread. I know that this is delicious, and it has been delicious consistently ever since it was introduced to the Food and Wine Festival. So I will continuously try this and get this and eat this. And I'm glad that it's on Emil's Fromage Montage, because I don't mind eating it. So I'm back in the Morocco Pavilion. Let's give this a try. I know that it's gonna be good, but let's try it anyways. Man, so delicious. They're so full of cheese. It has such a good flavor too. And it says that it's gluten friendly, so I don't know how they do that, because this just tastes like bread with cheese inside of it. Like, can you guys see that? This looks like cheese right on the inside. Man, it's so good. It's interesting. I'd like to try to make this one day, because it really just seems like they took dough and then kind of like folded cheese into it, like a mozzarella almost. I know it's not a mozzarella, but it has the same like consistency to me. It's a different flavor than mozzarella, but same consistency as mozzarella. Oh, it's so good. Wow. Thank you, Brazil. This is delicious. By the way, if you are looking for a place to relax that is outside that's in the shade. Maybe it's raining or something like that. Back here in Morocco has a lot of those places. Or here over at the Gallery of Arts and History, there's an exhibit called Race Against the Sun, an ancient technique to modern competition that is about like a race across the desert. And it's air conditioned in there. If it's raining, head in there, hang out for a little bit until the rain stops. You'll be in the air conditioning, you'll be cool, you'll be dry. It's a nice little spot to hang out. And this is the point around World Showcase where we return to eat some of the stuff that is new this year. And our first stop not only has something new this year, but also something on the Fromage Montage, and that is Greece. We've got the griddled cheese, and you can see that is on Emil's Fromage Montage, also gluten-friendly, served with pistachios and honey, 3 things that I love. And then the lamb gyro is the new item for this year. Shaved lettuce, tomatoes, red onion, tzatziki, and on a warm flatbread. Sounds delicious. Gyros, lamb gyros are one of my favorite things right now, so I'm very excited to try this. All right, so new for this year, I got the lamb gyro with shaved lettuce, tomatoes, red onion, tzatziki on a warm flatbread, and that was $6.50. And then for Emil's Fromage Montage, I got the griddled cheese with pistachios and honey, and that was $4.75. And I think that I'm most interested in this. It's basically just a slice of cheese that they threw on the griddle and then put some pistachios and honey on top. I am very excited for that because one of my favorite things in the world is burnt cheese, and I can't wait to try this. I'm also excited for the lamb gyro. You can see there is that traditional style Greek lamb in there. It looks good. It is a smaller portion than I thought it was going to be, but does look yummy. So this isn't part of Emil's Fromage Montage, but it's just new this year. This is part of Emil's Fromage Montage. I'm like jonesing to try this cheese, so I'm gonna try that first. I got a spoon. I probably should have gotten a fork maybe. Oh yeah. Wow. Nice and crispy. That is perfection. If you're a fan of like burnt cheese, this is the way to go. That's where it's at. All right, let's hear this. Do you hear how crispy that is? Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. So this cheese, this griddled cheese is a stronger cheese, like a stronger cheese flavor. It's got more bite to it. It's almost like, so I know this is gonna sound strange because I just said it was strong. It's like a milder Parmesan. It's not hard. It's not a hard cheese like a Parmesan is, but it still has that same bite that Parmesan has. And then the honey gives it that like nice sweetness, and then the nuttiness and the crunchiness of the pistachios. This is a well-rounded cheese dish, and I am so happy. It's gotta be so easy to make too. We should try to make this one time. Just like pop some slices of cheese onto the cast iron. And like I said, it's soft, so I can cut it with my spoon. It's so good. Why don't more people griddle cheese? Like, that's where it's at. That is such a good flavor and such a delicious food item. I'm blown away by how good this is. All right, time to try the gyro. And as I said earlier, I've been eating gyros a lot. Holy cow. This is just one slice of onion that's in there. This is one gigantic slice of onion, red onion in my gyro. And like I said, it is a little bit smaller than I would have anticipated. Like you can see it here in my hand. It's not the biggest. Oh, and my whole tomato just fell out. Shove it back in there. I'm gonna try just the lamb by itself first. A little bit of, no, I can get a bite of just the lamb by itself. Super tender, very lightly flavored. Like it's not an overpowered, you know how if you get a gyro, it's got like the lamb is kind of like a powerful flavor. In this one, it's not super powerful, but it is delicious. So far so good. Let's try to get a bite of it with everything. I'm gonna eat through all this to try to get up to the pita though. Now tzatziki's real good. And it's interesting because I've never really had a tzatziki where I can like really taste the cucumber in it. But this one, I can. It's delicious, super fresh, super light. I would highly suggest this. This is great. Now, like I said, I do wish it was just a little bit bigger, but I understand it's supposed to be like a sample of a gyro. Yeah, that is so good. The tomatoes add like another blast of freshness because they're like cold wetness. You know, it's like a cool drink of water, tomato flavored, right in the middle of your gyro. I feel like a lot more dishes should be like this here at EPCOT. It's literally 93 degrees outside right now in the shade. So a nice cool dish like this, something that's like not hot off like the burner are really good. It's like refreshing and cool. It's very good, very, very good. I suggest this one. So over here at the Japan Pavilion, there are no cheese items, but there is one new item, the takoyaki. Oh man, am I gonna try this takoyaki? It's gonna be small, right? But it's octopus. Nori, I really dislike nori. So, I am gonna try this, but take my review with a grain of salt. I do not like seafood, but I'm willing to try it just so you guys can see it and get a close look at the finished product. There's a crab cake that's new over in Hops and Barley, which is the America booth. I'm not gonna be trying that. The last time that I had crab, I did not have a good time. It made me very sick. So I am not gonna be eating any crab, but I will try the octopus. You never know, maybe I'm gonna love it. All right, there it is. The takoyaki. I am scared of this. I smelled it and it just smells bad to me. All right, so this was $8.50. This is octopus, green onion, and cabbage bites, topped with tonkatsu sauce, bonito flakes, and nori. Let's give it a try. Not good. I dislike that a lot. If you like octopus, like you'll probably like it. Like the consistency of it, kind of squishy, kind of like creamy. I don't know, the nori's like stuck in my teeth now, and that just tastes like fish to me. The sauce on the outside was really good, kind of like a little bit of a lemony, soury type sauce on it, and it's just the flavor is just like sticking in my mouth, and it's making me. You ever heard of that? Like when you're about to throw up, you get that that spit saliva start to build in your mouth. Yeah, it's kind of where I'm at right now. Not ideal. Me personally, I would not suggest getting this, but if you are a fan of seafood, if you're a fan of octopus, it probably tastes really good. It's not my thing, you know? I tried it. Should I try another one just to see? No. Thank you. You guys, oh man. Like rubbery bits in there, that's the octopus. Wow. Yes, I'm sorry. I can't do it. It's not good to me. I don't like it at all. All right, let's go to the next place. I think we're gonna finish out on the cheese path, and then we'll try new stuff the next time. I just gotta get more cheese in me, get this octopus flavor out of my mouth. So like I said, over here at Hops and Barley, just outside of the America Pavilion, their new thing is the Chesapeake crab slider with tangy coleslaw and Cajun remoulade. Hot beef sandwich. Wow, that does not it sounds delicious, but it does not sound nice right now on a 93-degree day. Also be aware that there are plenty of tables out and about here at EPCOT, but there are some that are just out in the sun. The shade has been hard to find today. One thing we'll definitely be trying the next time we come is everything from the Italy booth, because everything is new this year. All 3 items are new this year. I think the panna cotta is probably gonna be my favorite thing, but I do love gnocchi. So these 2 gnocchi items are very similar, they just have different sauces. I feel like I would like the gnocchi with the cheese sauce a little bit more. Wait, are they both the same thing? Like they both have the same name? How do you order one? Do you say the one with the cheese sauce or the one with the vodka sauce? That's interesting. Made it over to the Germany booth, and one of the things here, there's nothing new here, everything's been here before. But the Snickennudeln is part of Emil's Fromage Montage, but that's the beauty of Emil's Fromage Montage, is they have so many items to choose from, I don't have to get this. I'm gonna get something else. This seems kind of heavy for me today, especially in the heat. So we're headed over to India because their cheese item is new this year. Yeah, so we're gonna head over to India to get the crispy paneer. So we are almost done. We got 2 more things to try. And originally, I was gonna get the raclette and the smoked corned beef from Flavors of Fire, but I think I'm just gonna get the raclette and the crispy paneer because the crispy paneer is new this year. So we'll knock 2 things out. We'll try a new item and we will get a stamp for our Fromage Montage. I said I was headed to India next, but then the smell of stinky cheese hit me in the face, wafting out of the Alps booth. So we're gonna be doing some warm raclette cheese, and you can order any of them from this booth as they are all cheese and it'll be counted towards your Fromage Montage. I think I'm gonna get this one because this one is new this year. All right, here's what we got. This was $5.50, and this is the warm raclette cheese, which if you haven't ever seen raclette cheese, is the cheese that they heat up on the block and then scrape off onto your plate, all melty and gooey and delicious. And then there are Riesling poached pears, which I did ask, and they said that all of the alcohol has been burnt off of these. Red wine braised figs, same idea. Candied pecans, honey, and cranberry toast. So I'm interested in this one. It looks very delicious. Let's give it a try. I'm gonna try it with just the bread first. Ooh, I kind of let it congeal a little bit. So it's not melty anymore. All right, we're just trying it with just the cheese right now. Okay. Ridiculously good. Let's try it with the cheese with a pear, maybe. Shout out to all the pears. So just be warned, this is more of a strong flavor of cheese. Like I said, when we were walking by the booth, the smell punches you in the face. So you smell it before you see it. I'm not really sure that like poaching the pears in Riesling really added anything. They just kind of tasted like pears to me. It was, yeah, just, they're cool, and it works well with like the hot cheese. So let's see, what was the other thing? The figs. Let's try the fig too, a fig with some cheese. Okay, the figs had a different flavor to them, almost like a grapey flavor, which makes sense because it's red wine. They're red wine braised. I don't know, it is good. And I think I like this better than the one that has like the cornichons and stuff, because it's a little bit like, it's like funner, fruitier. I would get this again, just some cheese by itself. Yeah, really strong flavor cheese, but then they add the sweet things to it, and it kind of melds together into something a little bit different. Wow, I'm super glad that I got this. All right, I'm gonna finish this off, and then we got one more thing over here at the India booth, and then we will go get our completer treat. Last stop on Emil's Fromage Montage, and this won't be our last time visiting this booth because every item on this menu is new this year, but we are just gonna be trying the crispy paneer with mango curry ketchup, because that will be our last stamp required to complete Emil's Fromage Montage. So this is the crispy paneer with curry ketchup. This was $5, and I wanted to read what paneer is. Paneer, or Indian cottage cheese, is a fresh acid-set cheese common in the Indian subcontinent, made from cow or buffalo milk. It is a non-aged, non-melting soft cheese made by curdling milk with fruit or vegetable-derived acid, such as lemon juice. Wow, that sounds interesting. It's like bright yellow on the outside, and I don't know if this is because I read that article saying that they use like a fruit-based acid like lemon to make it, or to set it, but it tastes like lemon. It's like lemon cheese. I've never had a lemon-flavored cheese before. Let's try it with the curry ketchup. Like I said, not a big fan of curry ketchup, but that is a very unique flavor. The lemon and the curry actually mix rather well. Pleasantly surprised by that. Also, so it's not really crispy. It does have a breading on the outside, but because, I don't know, the nature of cheese and frying cheese, it's not entirely crispy. So just keep that in mind. I don't know, it sounds crispy, but really when you bite into it, it doesn't have a really good bite sound. I'm kind of liking the idea of doing this kind of like a little tiny bit of ASMR with the microphone, and like just putting it down there for you guys to hear the crisp, like the crispiness of it, like the bite of it. But I am thoroughly enjoying this like lemony, curry, cheesy goodness. Lemony, bright flavor, bright curry ketchup. The ketchup is cool. It's great for a hot day. Who knew you could eat fried cheese on a hot day and not feel super weighed down? I'm kind of blown away by how good that was. Originally, I wasn't gonna have that. I am so glad that I stopped and I changed my mind and I said, I'm gonna try this because it's new. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm like super blown away by how good that was, and I'm so glad I tried it. It just goes to show you, like, you never know. Like, I tried the octopus. It wasn't my favorite, but at least I tried it. That's the idea of the food festivals. Try something you wouldn't normally try. All right, so we're back up at the front of World Showcase, so you can see there is Spaceship Earth there. The pathway that leads down to World Showcase is right there. The Fab 50 golden statues are there, and we are going to this booth right over here, Shimmering Sips. All right, so like I said, I've got all 5 of my stamps. The last one that I have to get is the completer, And we get it here at Shimmering Sips. So to do the completer, you actually don't have to wait in line. You just come up to this window over here and you show them your book. I'm gonna show it to you guys before it melts. So this is the completer treat, and you get to keep this little wine glass that says Emil's Fromage Montage. This is a strawberry cheesecake soft serve ice cream with little chunks of cheesecake on the top. All right, I'm gonna have to eat this because it is melting quick, but I will tell you guys how it tastes after I'm done. Oh, one of my pieces of cheesecake fell off. Darn it. So I've had a little bit of it, and I gotta admit, I like the ice cream better than I like the cheesecake, which is okay because I did drop one piece of the cheesecake, so I don't feel bad about dropping it. The ice cream is really good. I've been having a hard time recently with cold things. They give me brain freezes easier in my old age, and this gave me a brain freeze right away. So I'm having to eat it a little bit slower, but I do like the flavor of it. It's like a strawberry, so it is a strawberry cheesecake soft serve, but it's kind of like, you know how if you have a creamsicle, that's like an orange creamsicle, it's a mix between orange and like a vanilla ice cream. This is like a mix between a strawberry and a vanilla ice cream. It is very good, it's very sweet, nice and cool on a hot day. It does melt super, super fast though, so be prepared to eat it quick, which makes the brain freeze harder. So once it does get down past a certain point, it is in a cup, so it will just melt into the cup, which is nice. Then you have a nice cool strawberry cheesecake drink. Here's my cup all cleaned up. It says Emil's Fromage Montage on it. I don't even know if you guys can see it. And then she's got cheese all around it. And it says EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival. And it is plastic, so like you could use this around the pool or something. It's like a stemless wine glass. It's pretty good size too. All right, there you have it. That was our trip out to EPCOT to try a few new items and to complete Emil's Fromage Montage and get our little souvenir cup and our completer treat. It was an excellent day. I got to try some things that I didn't think I was gonna like, and then I ended up liking something that I probably knew that I wasn't gonna like, and I ended up not liking, which was the octopus. And the cheese from India was amazing. It was the crispy paneer. The gyro was amazing. The griddled cheese was amazing. There was just so many good things that we tried today. I feel like you can't really go wrong with cheese. Cheese is always delicious. So if you're at EPCOT and you're here for Food and Wine Festival and you're looking for something exciting and fun to do, give it a try. Emil's Fromage Montage. Plus, it's fun to say. So all in all, it was a fantastic day. And with that being said, we are off. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Gabriel Trevino from Houston, Texas, and now it's time to pay the price.